Leonard Nimoy was never just the man in pointed ears. To millions, he was Spock, the calm, logical Vulcan of Star Trek who changed science fiction forever. But the real story goes beyond the applause and fan adoration. Behind the cameras, behind the fame, Leonard faced personal struggles, creative clashes, and moments that tested his spirit. The world saw the icon. Few saw the man. In this video, we dive deep into Leonard Nimoy's life, revealing the untold story of the passion, conflict, and brilliance behind the legend. When Star Trek began in the 1960s, nothing about it felt legendary. The sets were small, the budgets limited, and the future uncertain. During those early days, Leonard Nimoy formed a close bond with William Shatner, who played Captain James T. Kirk. They were partners in survival, leaning on each other through long shoots and constant pressure. Shatner even stood proudly at Nimoy's wedding, a symbol of how close they once were. Everything changed when Star Trek became a global phenomenon. Audiences were captivated by Spock. Fan letters flooded in, media attention shifted, and the spotlight slowly moved away from Kirk. According to many accounts, Shatner began to feel threatened. He grew increasingly focused on screen time, camera angles, and who stood at the center of each scene. What was once collaboration started to feel like competition. The tension eventually exploded away from the cameras. In a quiet break room, years of resentment surfaced. Shatner accused Nimoy of taking attention and stealing the spotlight. Nimoy, calm but firm, responded that popularity was not something one could control. The real issue, he implied, was insecurity. From that moment on, their friendship never fully recovered, though they continued to work together and smile for the public. An invisible distance separated them. Years later, that distance turned into silence when William Shatner released his documentary, The Captains. Footage of Leonard Nimoy was used without clear permission. To many, it seemed like a small issue. To Nimoy, it was a violation of trust. He stopped responding to calls and messages. When Leonard Nimoy passed away in 2015, Shatner was not welcomed at the funeral. A friendship that once felt unbreakable ended without closure. But conflict did not stop with actors. Leonard Nimoy's deepest struggles involved the soul of Star Trek itself. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of the series, was both a mentor and a source of disappointment. Nimoy saw Spock as a philosophical symbol, representing humanity's struggle between logic and emotion. When Nimoy discovered Spock being used in a Heineken beer advertisement, he felt betrayed. To him, it reduced a meaningful character to a marketing tool. He confronted Roddenberry, arguing that creation carried responsibility. Roddenberry, however, believed that as the creator, he had the right to commercialize the brand. Neither man backed down. Their relationship never fully recovered. Later, when Roddenberry prepared a 25th anniversary Star Trek book that focused heavily on himself, Nimoy refused to participate, leading to the project's collapse. As Star Trek entered a new era, another conflict emerged with Rick Berman, the producer behind Star Trek, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. Nimoy feared that the legacy of Spock was being diluted to suit modern trends. During the episode Unification, tensions surfaced as Nimoy felt the character was being used more as a symbol than honored as a philosophy. Berman argued that the franchise needed to evolve. Their disagreement ended quietly but decisively, creating a lasting distance. Behind the scenes of the films, Harve Bennett became another source of friction. As producer, Bennett focused on budgets and audience appeal, while Nimoy, now directing, focused on meaning and character integrity. Their clashes during Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, were intense, yet the film became one of the franchise's most beloved entries. Perhaps the most painful creative conflict came with Nicholas Meyer, director of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Nimoy believed Meyer pushed Spock into darker territory that conflicted with his core identity. Although the films were successful, Nimoy felt a quiet sense of loss, as if the character he protected had taken a step beyond his control. Despite the challenges, Leonard Nimoy's legacy continues to inspire. More than an actor, he was a director, poet, photographer, and thinker who brought depth and meaning to everything he touched. Star Trek may have taken us to the stars, but Nimoy's true journey was within a life defined by loyalty, integrity, and the courage to stand by his beliefs. Thanks for watching.